Justin Stivers, owner of the Probate Law Firm. Very excited today to be joined by Ms. Karen Ladis, Executive Director of Dade Legal Aid. Karen, how are you?
Great, how are you?
Thank you for being on here today.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure. And we've been trying to have you on here for a little while. I know you're a busy lady, so thank you for sitting down with me here today. But you're very well known in the community. I think I go to a lot of networking events. I think you go to more networking events than me. So you're very well known. You get out there a lot. So I'm very excited to have you on here and not just you personally to learn more about you, but about the work you all do, because I know you guys do great work in the community. And I think this will be hopefully a way to get other attorneys who have see Dade Legal Aid and they want to get involved but maybe aren't sure how to, or they know how, but we're going to give them an extra push to get more involved. So I always like to start though, who's Karen? Who are you? Where are you from? How'd you get into this?
Well, thank you so much
Sure.
for interviewing me today. I'm Karen, Karen Josephsberg Ladis. I've worked at Dade Legal Aid since 1991. After law school, I worked at a commercial litigation firm, and I received a lot of different types of pro bono cases, which were so fulfilling to me. And one thing led to another, and then I was fortunate enough to interview here as the coordinator of Put Something Back pro bono program in 91,
Wow.
and I've been here ever since.
That's a little while. So did you, I guess, go way back, because I know you're a law grad as well, go Canes. How did you, what got you into law school? Why become an attorney?
Well, I come from a long line of attorneys. I'm very proud. My grandfather, Irving Josephsberg, was an attorney in Brooklyn, New York.
Oh,
And my father, Robert Josephsberg, is an attorney in Miami, Florida. And my sister, Amy Josephsberg, is a prosecutor. And aunts, uncles, cousins.
Wow.
Now my
All
niece is also a lawyer. It's in the blood.
Yeah.
It was something we talked about at the dinner table, and I learned a lot about growing up. But also my mother, Marlene Josephsberg, has been a community activist her entire life. And I was able to combine my passion for helping other people and my love of the law by volunteering and doing good work growing up in a household where that was a priority for us, always helping others. And this was a way to be able to do that on a larger scale.
So did you know you wanted to do pro bono type of work, or how did you kind of fall into that?
Well, I was a volunteer in high school at the after-school house, tutoring less fortunate kids, and in college and high school worked at shelters for women and children who were victims of domestic violence. And in law school, I actually didn't do any clinics. I interned for a judge at the 3rd DCA and worked at commercial litigation firms, and I thought I would be a commercial litigator because I really, really enjoyed that, and then I would do pro bono on the side. But like I was saying, at my first law firm, I received quite a few pro bono referrals from associates and partners at the firm, which led me to being a guardian ad litem, working on a TPR case, taking depositions in a prison, and doing so much exciting work that I realized that in the legal aid public interest field, I would have an opportunity to do much more hands-on work helping people.
Yeah, I was going to say, so in not only more hands-on, a lot of people, they work at a big firm or even mid-sized firm, and they don't get the courtroom experience. They don't, they're, kind of pigeonholed into one or two little things. It sounds like you got a lot of experience, not only, just getting to do more, but exposed to a lot of different types of law as well.
Yes, I was very fortunate that the firm that I worked at during my 3rd year of law school, where I was hired as an associate, had a very big emphasis on pro bono work. All of the different lawyers there did cases in whatever areas of law that they so desired. And if you are an associate at a firm, most firms in Miami, probably all firms now, realize the importance and value of putting something back.
Sure.
It's a great way for your associates to get experience, trial experience, handling mediations, taking depositions. So I encourage you, whether you're in public interest or you're at a law firm, to take pro bono cases because it's a great experience.
So I'd be interested, because I don't really know, what is sort of the history of Put Something Back in Dade Legal Aid as well?
Well, many, many years ago, the Dade County Bar Association had a legal aid committee where different lawyers in the Dade County Bar did pro bono cases, and they reported them every week. This was in the 1930s.
Wow.
And around 1949, the Legal Aid Committee became its own agency. Dade County Bar Legal Aid Society which eventually became Dade Legal Aid. There's always been a volunteer lawyers or pro bono component of the Dade County Bar.
Sure.
The official one started in 1979, called the Volunteer Lawyers Project, where pro bono lawyers from firms took cases through Dade Legal Aid.
Right.
And then in 1990 and 91, the chief judge of our circuit called upon all firms in Miami-Dade County to get involved in a court-based pro bono plan called Put Something Back. And I was hired as the coordinator of that plan and have worked here at Legal Aid. So I've been with Put Something Back and helped launch the court-based pro bono program when it first started in 1991. Cool. So very exciting.
Very cool. And is there, so what's kind of the distinction now? I know we're in the Dade County Bar building right now, but Dade Legal Aid is here as well. Legal Aid is here as well. Is there overlap between the two, or they're two distinct?
They're two distinct organizations. The mission of the bar, as any voluntary bar, is to help lawyers professionally and to grow their practice. And they have a lawyer referral system for lawyers who want to take cases for people on a low fee and referral fee basis. And they do wonderful work in the community and the bench and bar and seminars and CLEs. Dade Legal Aid, which occupies the first and third floors of the Dade County Bar building, is a separate organization. And we have multiple offices across South Florida. And our sole purpose is to provide access to justice to low-income people who need a lawyer and cannot afford one, and to give volunteer lawyers in Miami-Dade County an opportunity to be of service. So we've worked hand in hand with the Dade County Bar Association and with the courts and the lawyers and firms in our circuit to grow the database of volunteers over the decades that I've been here.
Sure.
And have thousands of pro bono lawyers that are working through Put Something Back.
When did you say you became executive director?
January 2014.
Okay.
After Sharon Langer, who was the longtime executive director, retired, and she was an incredible executive director and a great role model. And
well,
mentor.
I know you're doing good things
Thanks
here.
to Sharon Langer's training for many years.
What are the, just so again, because I don't know that everybody knows, what all types of law and areas do you all serve?
So Legal Aid, the organization, has staff attorneys that primarily handle family law cases, cases for victims of domestic violence, probate, guardianship, children's legal services, and that's what our staff attorneys do. And then we have and some housing cases too for people who aren't able to be served by other agencies. In our Put Something Back program, we basically, I always say, we handle everything from A to Z, from adoption to zoning. We do immigration pro bono referrals and work with other organizations, and we collaborate together. And we do housing cases, foreclosure, bankruptcy, collection. We work with the Bankruptcy Bar Association and the clinics at Law School to make sure that all the indigent folks who come to us can get a bankruptcy attorney. And
with how many full-time staff is this?
Our organization has 37
wow,
full-time
okay.
staff, so it's a good size organization. We always need more staff because the needs are so great, and according to statistics that I've seen, only about 20% of the legal needs are being met of low-income people in Florida. So we appreciate anything people can do to help us, whether it's take a case, make a donation, be a sponsor, be a supporter. And we are so grateful for all the support we get from the individuals, the firms, the foundations, and our other stakeholders that help us to make this possible.
What is, obviously, those things you just mentioned, staffing and support, what do you think is maybe, from a legal standpoint, one of the greatest challenges you all see right now, trying to be able to, is it just the sheer volume, or is it, I don't know, certain types of law, or what are some of the big things that are kind of coming through the doors right now?
It's such a great question.
Yeah.
I think it's both.
Okay.
The sheer volume and the complexity of the cases, because the family law cases that we take in-house are contested, complex cases. Our domestic violence cases that we handle here as well, they're complex. So we have such a high volume, we have limited resources, and we're seeing so many cases, so That's probably the biggest challenge. Same thing with our guardianship program within our legal aid. The needs are just so great, and the cases are ongoing.
And is that a challenge just from staffing? And you said with like complexities of, you know, well, I guess I should ask first: is each staff attorney, are they kind of designated to one area of law, or are they doing what you were doing and doing a bunch of different areas?
The attorneys here are basically on a team. You're either in the family law department, or you're one of the domestic violence attorneys, or you're in the guardianship department. But there are some attorneys who cross over and do things for different departments. We have an attorney who does our housing cases. She also does family law. We have an attorney that does family law, and he's always helped with put something back in disaster relief. They go where the need is, or wherever the grant, if they're on a grant, whatever that dictates where they go.
How is the community at large finding you all? How do they know to? I mean, you've been around for a while, so and great location as far as people who just maybe walk by. But how does the I guess it's not always low income, but generally low income families who maybe need some of this legal assistance, how do they find you all?
I think a lot of our referrals are from the other legal services providers in Miami, because we do ask, and many come from the other programs.
Okay.
Because they know that we're the premier provider of family law, domestic violence, guardianship, and pro bono legal services, because it's so extensive what we can offer. We also get many walk-ins because of the location, and the clerks, the courts, and the public know about legal aid from their friends. We get a lot of referrals from clients from their friends, and also a lot of attorneys and other stakeholders from foundations and other organizations will contact us. That a board member knows someone who has a problem, and we're on the list of community helpers in Miami, and we'll help anyone in need that gets in touch with us. Clients can apply online, clients can apply in person, clients can call on the phone, or they can go to one of our satellite offices where it's more convenient to them, so they don't have to come downtown. But with the internet today and Skype and social media, and they find us through word of mouth. We're one of the busiest law firms in town.
Can you say, how many cases you all handle? Do you know, how many cases per year?
Sure. We probably have 5,000 applicants per year.
Wow.
Which we're really impacting about 10,000 residents of Miami-Dade County, because each of those people has children or other family members in their households. And of those cases, approximately, during the last year, we served about 4,000 of those folks, which means they met our criteria, they met the income eligibility criteria, had a civil legal case that was meritorious, and it fell within one of our areas that we practice. So we completed just under 4,000 cases in 2019, and in family law alone, we obtained for residents close to $3 million in different benefits, alimony, child support, and all that. So it's the best bang for the buck.
You guys are doing a lot. Yeah, you guys are doing a lot. How, we were talking a little bit before we started filming about other attorneys getting involved. So maybe we can talk a little bit about that, because I know that's one of the needs is getting more attorneys. Obviously 37 staff is great, but 37 staff handling 5,000 cases, that's a pretty heavy workload, and I'm sure you all would like to be taking more cases, but just can't because you don't have, sometimes maybe just don't have the resources. So how should, well, I guess maybe two questions. So how can attorneys get involved, which is probably an easy one, but why should they get involved? And I know it sounds like you've had that, I don't know, for lack of a better term, servant's heart to try to give back for a very long time. So you obviously, have that. And I think a lot of attorneys do, but maybe speak to why they should feel like they should get involved.
So one of our departments is Put Something Back, the pro bono department, which is headed by an attorney named Bruce Levine, who's the managing attorney in that department. He came on board with us after Hurricane Andrew, and he oversees the intake and referral of the clients. And it's such a great way for lawyers to give back. Through Put Something Back, we screen clients 2 days a week at our office here to make sure that they are income eligible and have a civil legal case that's any area of law from A to Z. And if we can't handle it in-house, we would refer it to one of our partnering programs in the community to make sure that everyone who reaches us gets a service. So lawyers who want to do, whether it's a simple name change, an uncontested divorce, be a guardian ad litem, help a newcomer, take a case for an unaccompanied minor child or children, all they need to do is reach out to us, and we can either assign them a case, and then once they do accept the case, they're a part of Put Something Back, and it's just the greatest feeling ever. If a lawyer says to us, I have to do 50 hours of pro bono work, we know that we would give them a more complex case so that we can help them fulfill the time. And an attorney who might want to do 50 hours is somebody who might be also waiting for admission to the New York bar, because in order to be admitted, we take anyone who has a desire to give and that has a passion like we do. And so some volunteers that can't take cases due to wherever they work will actually come in our office, roll up their sleeves, help us screen clients, or help us refer them to lawyers. And we probably, in Put Something Back, have about 2,500 open ongoing cases right now. And with our limited staff, we monitor those cases quarterly to make sure the clients are getting in touch with the lawyers. And also we follow up with the lawyers to make sure that they're following up with the clients. And we ask them quarterly to fill out a form and let us know the status of their case, how many hours, and if the case has been completed, if they want to take another case. And then once or twice a year, we have a luncheon where we honor pro bono lawyers who've gone way above and beyond. And we have special awards, and we also nominate lawyers from our circuit for other awards outside of Miami as well. We have great lawyers in Miami.
So it's easy to get involved. It's easy to get involved.
It's so easy, and the email also is just so easy. It's psb@dadelegal.aid.org. So that's an abbreviation for Put Something Back at dadelegal.aid.org. Or an attorney can just go to our website, www.dadelegalaid.org, and they can just register right there online to take a case. And clients can do the same if they need help in any of the areas of law. And then if we can't take it, like I said before, we're happy to point them in the right direction, whether it's the Dade Bar Lawyer Referral or to one of the other providers in Miami that focuses on that area of law.
Why should they get involved?
Well,
tougher question maybe.
I personally just find it so rewarding, and I feel that we are so privileged as attorneys to have a special degree and our license to be able to help others in need who are really facing difficult and challenging circumstances. I probably speak to 5 clients per day that have reached me directly that need help and they need hope. So for us to be able to give them help and hope, and in many cases a roof over their head, the lawyer makes a difference of whether your children have clothing, safety and security, and you know, the children are our future, so we want to do everything we can. And we've had many clients, children who've then gone on to become lawyers and come back to tell us that you were the first lawyers we ever met, you changed my life, and I became a lawyer because of you.
That's awesome.
And that's super
awesome.
Inspiring to me. Also, it's a great way to get legal experience that you might not get at your firm, you know, face to face with clients, and in court too as well. So we have many opportunities for people to get great experience. And also, if you're on a pro bono case and you're in court and you let the JA or the judge know, oftentimes they'll let you go in the beginning because they know you're doing this on a pro bono basis.
That's great.
So that's another benefit as well.
Well, I can tell, you know, just speak how much you care about it and appreciate all the work that you are doing. So very easy for people to get involved. So I know we got a couple events coming up, so let's plug those and so how people can get further involved.
We always have events going on, and if an attorney would like us to come to their firm and do a training in-house, we're happy to do that. We have a couple of big seminars every year. The View from the Bench is a very big family law seminar, and that's probably the greatest area of need is for more lawyers to take family law cases. This year's View from the Bench is on Friday, May 19th at the Dade County Courthouse on the 6th floor. It'll be from 8:30 a.m. to noon, and it will feature different judges from the family division and some lawyers on really everything you need to know to practice family law in Miami-Dade County. And if you take a case from us, when you take a case after attending the seminar, you will get a mentor, materials, CLE, and just great satisfaction knowing that you've done something for somebody else. And then on May 30th, we have our annual Battle of the Legal Bands. It's such a fun event. This year's event is going to feature 4 fantastic lawyer bands. In order to play in our event, you have to be a lawyer or have at least one lawyer in your band. This year we've got Chillable Hours, which has 5 UM Law grads in it.
That's Jordan's band, right? Jordan, is that?
Yes.
Okay, yep.
And Feedback with Dave Axelman, also UM Law. And then we have The Urge with Fred Fine, UM Law, and Mark Milland. He's a Gator, but he's great. And we also have LLP, which is the Schutz and Bowen in-house band. That's going to be on
Very cool.
Saturday, May 30th, and because it's 2020, tickets are only $20. It's a cover charge, and then you can buy food and drinks inside. And it's so much fun. 100% of the proceeds of this event go towards legal aid, being able to help clients in need, because the venue and the sponsors have covered all the rest.
Awesome. So very
yeah.
cool stuff. And where's that at? Where's the battle?
That's going to be at, it's called La Otra. It's a really great club, and it's located at 337 Southwest 8th Street.
Good memory. Okay.
It's the same place we were last year. They just changed the name.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, Karen, thank you so much for being on
Thank
here.
you so
Absolute
much for
pleasure.
visiting us here.
This was great. And everyone, please, come check out, see what Legal Aid is doing. Get involved. A lot of opportunities. And thank you. We'll see you guys soon.
Thank you.
Bye.